What's up, New York fathers for the fatherless team? My name is Jeff Zog, and I've met about half of you guys I've met before, but about half of you I've not had a chance to meet yet. And quick history, Pastor Wayne Francis from the Life Church, New York, we had a conversation about 3 years ago, and he's like, tell me more about this mission, biking 100 miles on behalf of the fatherless. And I shared a little bit about the vision. He was already stoked because he's like, man, I'm passionate about helping kids that don't have a dad, investing in their lives. He has a huge heart for the White Plains Youth Bureau, which is your local partner in White Plains, New York. Already, he's like, I have a huge heart for this, and I love cycling. I like pushing myself to new limits. So shout out to Pastor Wayne Francis for saying, let's activate this thing. Let's launch the New York team. Thank you. This is the third year you guys have ridden 100 miles. You've cycled, you've pedaled 100 miles on behalf of this amazing cause. Our local partner, as I mentioned, is the White Plains Youth Bureau. Our global partner is Venture, venture.org. Venture does work in the area of the world in Southeast Asia that's the least reached for Jesus. It's the area of the world that has the least dollars, generosity, giving, benevolence dollars go to that area, and it's the hardest area as far as living conditions, circumstances, specifically Myanmar. The civil war has left, it was about 1 million kids were fatherless. Now it's like 10 million. It's like 10x the impact because of the civil war that's happening. So what you're doing matters. This bike ride, 100 miles on behalf of the fatherless. I just wanted to say thank you first. Thank you guys. We're riding our Minneapolis team in the Twin Cities of Minnesota. We're riding 100 miles this Saturday as well, August 5th. So we're riding the exact same time you guys are riding. We've got about 108 guys pedaling 100 miles for the fatherless here in Minnesota, a few states away. So I can't join you guys this year. I was with you guys 2 years ago, but the last two, this year and last year, I was not able to join you guys for the ride, but I'm just so grateful for you guys saying yes. I want to remind you guys, the mission is not a mission just to bike 100 miles. The mission centers around this cause of helping kids that don't have a dad. And to make sure we're on mission, I just want to ask all you guys to take part in the fundraising. So we've got a pretty simple setup where you set up your profile at Venture Miles. There'll be a link below this video to set up. It's instructions on how to set up your profile. We found in the 5-year history of this movement, we've averaged about $1,100 per participant is how much we've fundraised for the fatherless. So it's a huge deal, but you've got to set up your fundraiser and you've got to take a few first steps to begin fundraising, or else it just becomes another personal challenge of doing a hard thing, a bike ride for no end game. We're not helping the fatherless if we don't fundraise. So I want to invite you guys and nudge you guys to take this step. It takes 5 minutes, set up your fundraiser, and join what's 800 men that have gone before you guys. We've had 800 guys a part of this mission. We're already over $800,000 raised over these 5 years for the fatherless, and we want to push towards this $1 million goal this year. Would love to invite you guys to be a part of that mission by setting up your fundraiser. And then also just want you guys to know there's a team praying for you. We're praying for safety. We're praying for an amazing day out there in White Plains, New York. We're praying for great weather, for safety on the road, for joy, and for resilience that you guys finish this ride. So appreciate you guys. Again, shout out to Pastor Wayne. Thanks for kicking this thing off. And then Jim, our local coordinator. Jim is the man. He's been the one who you guys have seen the group messages coming out for. He's our local coordinator who's taken kind of the project planning for this ride and made it happen. And the recruiting, the reason most of you guys are on the team is because of Jim. So Jim, thank you for all your work out there. All right, that's it. Reach to us with any questions. Let's get our fundraisers going. Let's get ready to do a hard thing this Saturday together. Fathers for the Fatherless New York team. Thanks for being a part of it.